Introduction to two-point perspective. So two-point perspective is very similar to one-point perspective, where you have a horizon line and you have a vanishing point, but in two-point perspective, you have two vanishing points. So if we look at this drawing of the corner of a street block, our two vanishing points are where all the lines are directed towards. They are on the ends. You also have a central axis. So that would be this front corner. Usually when you are drawing in two-point perspective, you are either drawing convex or concave. So this is a convex image, meaning it looks like it's coming towards us, where if we were drawing the corner of a bedroom, it would look like the corner was further away from us. So here we have our center axis in this drawing of a school hallway. We have we've drawn two lines along the top and bottom edge of the wall to find our vanishing points, which are there. Then we are going to take one of our vanishing points, and half of our lines are going to be directed toward that vanishing point. The lines that are, it really just depends on which way the ceiling is moving or which way the lines are headed. That determines which vanishing point they're going to be directed to. So here we have all of the vanishing points to the left, or all the lines headed to the vanishing point on the left are in green. So you can see we have the top and bottom of the bulletin board on the left side. We have all the tiles on the left side. Oops, I have a stray line there that you can just ignore. Tops and bottoms of the photographs on the bulletin boards. And then one thing that kind of along with one-point perspective, when you create a second room, if you look at the back of the hallway, so you walk down the hallway to the right and then you have another hallway. The top and bottom of the walls to that back hallway are headed toward this left side vanishing point. Then if we go to the right side vanishing point, same thing, all the tiles that are directed towards the right, tops and bottoms of the bulletin board and the pictures. And then if you look at the back hallway on the left, the top and bottom of the wall are headed towards this right side vanishing point. Here we have all of them together, which creates our image. Again, another hallway image, but this time we have a vanishing point and a center axis, or two center axes. Our vanishing point is off of the paper. So all the lines are going to be directed off the paper, but they're not actually going to meet anywhere on the paper. And then on the left side, we have I'm calling it a second axis, but it really just is a larger vanishing point. So all of the lines that are headed towards that far end of the hallway are meeting somewhere along that second red line. And then another piece of it is that we have some lines that are directed towards this second red line on the left, coming from the opposite direction. Because they would not be directed towards that far right side vanishing point, because they are moving in an opposite direction. So they head towards that second axis as well. It's almost as if you had a one-point perspective image. If you square it off at this longer red line, it looks like it's a one-point perspective image, but then because you have this little chunk of hallway headed the opposite direction, it becomes two-point perspective. So to draw a two-point perspective image, you create two vanishing points and a center axis. They can be wherever you want them to be. They don't need to be centered. And then you create your tops and bottoms of the walls. All of your lines, images, anything that is horizontal are going to be directed toward your vanishing point on either side. And then your vertical lines, just like in one-point perspective, stay perfectly vertical. And then if I wanted to create a second wall on the opposite side, it goes towards the opposite vanishing point. And same thing on your far side. And there I have a two-point perspective drawing. Oh, and a window. Create an X, draw your lines through the X. Ta-da!